Yeah, so I got the insanity hat. I don't know if I'm ready to put it back on, but I just want to make a few comments about what's going on and actually take this a little bit serious for a second. You know, Monday, there you were thinking you missed the greatest buying opportunity of a lifetime. Next thing you know, Tuesday, the entire day reverses. Wednesday gets worse. Thursday gets worse. And here we are on Friday wondering if we should ever want to buy stocks ever again. Are we afraid to hold stocks over the weekend? Is this the end of the world? Now, again, I have kids and family, and I was just having this conversation with my wife, and I like when chaos is happening, especially because I think we've invited this chaos. I enjoy it. I really, maybe I'm a doom and gloomer deep down inside after all. I think I am. I am a pessimist. Is that the greatest way to go through life? No, but I'm a bear by nature. I don't like the stock market. I don't like people on Wall Street. I don't like people who wear suits. I don't like CNBC, even though I like to be a part of it. I like to have a 20-minute stint on CNBC to say my 2 cents and have some fun with it. Maybe, get people to show up at my chat room and, show them how to make a little bit of money. Because I am doing that. That's the one thing I got. And my wife's telling me I should be happy. I got a beautiful wife and 2 happy kids and everybody's pretty healthy. But all it takes for me is to watch the news one day and I get set off into a tizzy. Now, whether or not you think what's going on is fantastic, I mean, I know that politicians and politics has never been, something that you get excited about or happy about. There's always been conspiracies. That's what half the movies are about. The CIA, the FBI. No one knows what's really going on. Clandestine situations, underhandedness, Illuminati, the powers that be, the 1%. There's nothing we could do about it. This is the life that we lead. We just try to live in our little hole or our little corner of the universe and try to be happy, right? All right. I, on the other hand, I would like to be, out there doing something about it and causing chaos, or at least causing chaos to the people that need the chaos brought upon them. What does any of that mean? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But the bottom line is, been out of the market since January 16th. Haven't really been doing much. I missed the sell-off, most of it last month. Missed the rally, missed the sell-off, and here I am now trying to scrape together a couple of $100 a day and stay safe, and that's kind of where I am, and that feeling of jealousy comes upon me, that, man, look at all these moves that I could have done this and I could have done that, and it starts to weigh on you. So all of that is the emotions of trading. You have to try to separate your desire for vigilantism and blood and violence to figure out how to make a little bit of money and stay in your bubble. Because I think you know where I'm going with this. I don't even want to get into it. But when I was a kid, didn't care about politics, and it was fantastic. Now, I always thought, I want to know more. I want to learn more. Now that I'm in it and I care way too much, and I don't like it one bit. I don't want to care. I just want this moment of time to be over with. But it's never going to be over with, because what's been exposed over the last 2 years has been the underbelly of America that people thought wasn't there, but oh my God, it's truly, really there. The awfulness of it all. And it's depressing, and it's hard to get involved in the market, because the market's supposed to reflect something about reality, right? And it hadn't. It was disconnected from reality for quite a long time. So is the market now reflecting reality and the enormity of the chaos that's out there? Does any of this mean anything to anybody right now? Or do you just want to catch a VWAP reversal, make $250 and go away? So I'm caught. I want to root for the demise of the stock market. I want to root for the destruction of everything. But where's that going to get us? I don't know gold and silver. You guys that think that gold and silver is going to save the world. I own a house, so I don't really want things to burn. I got kids who I want to have a good future for. So I'm trapped because I want the insanity hat on. I want to be running through the streets screaming. I want to have picket signs and fires burning. But where's that going to get me? Where's it going to get you? I don't know. Do I put the computer on today and try to pick a few spots and make some money and go away? That's probably what I'm going to do. The enormity of the moves up and down, yeah, I'm jealous. I was short the cues, it seems like 3 days ago, and I lost $400, and now they're down 6 points. So I almost don't want to do anything, but if I just stick to what I know and I could get in and get out and do one or two things and make some money and then let the world have the market back, don't watch the news, don't care about who's in power, realize that I can't compete with the CIA and the FBI, and I know they're watching me right now. That's the thing, I make videos, I got facial recognition on my phone, I'm always on the internet, I'm always doing something, my name's out there, I'm on 1,000 different websites, they know everything about me. Every time I go investigate something, next thing you know, and the crazy thing is the other day I'm talking about something, next thing you know I'm getting ads for that. How do they know I was talking about that? Is there a microphone? Are they tapping my phones? That's not a coincidence. Other people have had that experience, right? So I don't like society right now. As much as it was exciting in the 80s, getting this technology, I'm at the point where maybe I'm a curmudgeon, I think that's the word for it. I don't care. I don't like what's happening, but I'm a part of it and I'm forced to be a part of it. I don't like the internet. I don't like computers. I don't like cell phones. I don't like being in communication. I don't want people knowing what I'm buying. Every receipt that I have is being, 2 days later, I'm being asked if I liked what I did, or I just don't like what's happening. Okay? But there's nothing I could do about it. I can't even root against the demise of it all because I got family to worry about. So I don't want the whole world to burn. So I'm trapped in a limbo. Where do I do? What do I do? I can make fun of it and have some fun, not care about it, have a few drinks. The drinking and the smoking of the weeds, just not doing it for me anymore. So I'm not doing that. By the way, it's 4 months without a cigarette. So if anybody thinks that it's impossible to quit, I have a very addictive personality, and I quit 4 months now. I haven't had one. And I've been in many a situation where there's been cigarettes being smoked abound. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying exactly, but I think there's people in my situation. You're unhappy about what's going on in society, and there's nothing we can do about it. So do we stay in our bubble, just try to do what we do, and go back to the bubble? That's, I think, what's going to have to happen. If you are in the city, I'm going to be getting back on stage, so at least I can start ranting and raving in front of other people and get that feeling not just through cyberspace. Anyway, bottom line is, out of the market, I'm never buying stocks ever again to own, and I figured out how most of the gurus do it now. Here's what you do. I'm going to name 100 stocks. Well, let's just name, I'll just name 10 off the top. Anyway, I'm not going to do it. But here's what they do. Name enough stocks, right? And then when one of those does do something, you say, see, I mentioned that. Look how smart I am. Pay me for what I know. Now, if you fall for that bullshit, you're an idiot. Okay? What I try to do is the hardest thing there is in this industry. I try to show you the trades live as they're happening. So if they work, I can say, look, it worked. I just did that. See that? I did that. Fire. I make fire. And if they don't work, I explain, well, this is why it didn't work. This is where we take our loss. And this is how we move on. And then we move on to the next trade. Oh, look, this one worked. This is why it worked. And this is what we do, because the strategy never changes. The market changes, but you try to stay with that same strategy, that setup that works, and you try to do what you do, and you do it live. I do it live. So there's no denying whether or not it worked or not, because there it was right in front of your face. Now, as far as the last 7 or 8 years, QQQ diamonds, that worked pretty well. Got out January 16th. We're done with the Qs. We're out with the diamonds. Luckily, we didn't get destroyed by the destruction of your XIVs and SVXYs, or hanging on to some stock that sucks, because most stocks do suck. Loving the VRX 2 months ago. Look at that fucking thing. Remember Mark? Man, down 50 was down 60%. So most stocks suck. They have their runs and then they suck. It's the rare stock that continues to go. That's why the Dow going up every day for what seemed like forever was weird to me. That's not how it's supposed to work. But instead of trying to pick the new stock, I went with the Dow and it was great. I went with the Qs and it was great, because most of those stocks did go up. But once you dive underneath the surface and you start trying to pick new stocks, come on. AMD was great for a while. That stock's been dead for a long time. But anyway, the idea is now what I'm going to do is go back to the old things that I used to do, is pick on these so-called gurus, right? If there's going to be a guru, do it live. Prove to me every day that you do know something. Not just mention 10 symbols, and then when one does well, you say, see, I mentioned it. Look how smart I am. Because you don't know what you're talking about. You have no clue. You have no idea. Nobody does. The only people that are guaranteed to make money on Wall Street are the people that make buy or sell recommendations, that have a good enough reputation that they know they will move the stock. So when, let's say I'm one of those people, and I have 10 good friends. Hey guys, I'm going to make a buy recommendation on XYZ tomorrow. I think you should buy it right now. Tomorrow morning, it should be gapped up, and then I want you to sell as soon as the market opens up. That's the only guarantee, and if you don't believe that goes on, then maybe we should just not even have this conversation, because that's exactly what goes on. Okay? Upgrades, downgrades. The word manipulation is not, it's not even used enough, because that's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it ever will be. We're just trying to figure out how to make the little meat in the middle and be happy. Stock ownership is not the solution. All right? You trying to pick some new stock that's going to be the, ooh, this technology, oh, well, they're blah, 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 does blah, blah, blah. Their new drug does this. Does it? Does it? Does it? So, and remember, whatever you think you know, somebody knew it before you did. That's another thing you got to be worried about. All right. Well, anyway, if you'd like to come and enjoy what we do, sit and stare at a screen for a couple hours a day, learn how to read these charts, try to make something out of this, and then move on, that's what we're doing. I have no more talking about what's going to happen tomorrow. Not even going to pretend to know. I'm going to do whatever happens today, and live for the day, and then I'm going to ignore. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what else is happening. I just want to go out. My friends are performing in a band tonight, so I just want to try to make a little bit of money so then I could go out, see my friend's band tonight with my family, because it's a family thing. It's so much fun. The whole family, it's like the Partridge Family. Their daughters play, the wife and mother play, even the grandparents play in the band. It's extraordinary. And the last thing I want to do is go there with a fucking rotten attitude about society. We all know society sucks. Kenny, you don't need to keep saying it to everybody who will listen. Maybe that's why I don't really have as many friends as I used to. Because all I do is complain about things I can't change. What could I do about it, right? So, there it is. I feel better now. Do I feel better? I'd feel better if I was still short, Amazon from Monday or whatever. But yeah, you know what? I'm not. Or, we had the UVXY. We made 80 cents on it the other day. Now it's up 4 points. That's the kind of stuff that is annoying. But if you want to be a trader, even successful traders, you're going to be annoyed. Because, hey, UVXY, right? Loving it there when it broke, what is that, 1520, 1525? Got the 16 change. Whoa, we were champs, right? Remember that moment? We were champs. Do we think maybe we should hang on to some UVXY? No, because usually it rolls over and dies, right? But then it started accelerating yesterday, right? Oh, when you were all excited, right? So you bought some and they made some money on it yesterday also. And then it went all the way back down. You weren't thinking of hanging on to it, right? Maybe you took a loss on it on the way back down. And look where it is now, right back above 20. So you will be annoyed. But if you can get over the annoyance and society and all that stuff, come hang out with us, because nobody keeps it drastically real, sometimes too real. Because if you can't take me telling you what you've done wrong, or that you got it wrong, or why you're wrong, or just talking to you as honestly as you need to be talked to, that what your ideas are not good. What you're thinking about, that's not the way to be thinking. It's a tough thing to take. Having somebody tell you what you think is wrong. And the hardest part is admitting to yourself that you're wrong. And you continue to be wrong. So look at yourself in the mirror, look at what's happened, and say, have I been right or have I been wrong? Because if you're a trader, it's the bottom line, right? So you could have been right about a long things, but if you got no money in the bank, you're officially wrong. Sorry. So if you think you know about a company or a stock and it keeps on going down, guess what? You're wrong. Admitting you're wrong is the hardest thing. But I'll tell you something. Cutting out of all my losses, cutting out all those stocks, 9 out of 10 stocks now that I sold in January are still down from where I sold them. The only one that's up higher is U.S. Steel. And that was a rare case because you got, the government came to the rescue of the steel industry. All right, on that note, good luck. Come and hang out. I pretty much run a one-man show. I got a couple of guys, and I appreciate Frank doing his job. If you guys are out there, maybe my boy Frank's going to call you one day. I got a guy that helps me. His name is Solid. He programs the charts. He does a fantastic job doing commentary. But when it comes to getting people, calling people, emailing people, I don't have somebody that does that for me, so I do it. So sometimes emails get lost. I forget to call you, and then next thing you know, I'm being a dad. And just give me a chance. It's a marathon that we're in, right? You want to do this, the market will still be here 2 weeks from now. So forgive me if I didn't get back to your email or call you. I will. But I want to let you perfectly know what we're trying to do here. There's a select set of strategies that we use. I try to implement them every day. And I try to help you stay from going psychotic for at least 2 or 3 years. Because eventually, if you make it past 2 or 3 years, even if you're making money, you will be psychotic. And of course, you'll lose all your hair. All right? So make some money, live in the bubble, live the dream. And my dream, of course, will be a world without internet, computers, or TV. And I never thought I would say that, but I'm here. I'm ready for no internet, no TV, no phone. Just let me go out to a lake and fish and catch a fish, bring the fish back to my house, cook the fish, and maybe have sex with my wife. That's, it's a rare thing, but that would be my life. That would be a beautiful life. Hopefully I get to live that life before the whole shithouse goes up in flames. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to say that.